Welcome to the TopiaPodcast, where we talk about all things pop culture / Topia related with your hosts, Amani, Edwin, and Antonio. But before we dive into any of those topics, we like to start the podcast off with question of the week, come up with our own questions, we answer them. This week's question is, which fictional world would be the worst to live in? This was submitted by Edwin, so we'll let him go first.
Alright, I'm gonna keep it simple. If any of you have ever seen Regular Show, then you know that it's not the world you want to be in, because no matter what kind of simple task you do, it can end in the most deadly way. If you don't end your game with rock, paper, scissors, you create a black hole. If you don't do someone a solid, the universe destroys itself. If you send 3 text messages in a row, you get sucked into a phone. Watch any episode of Regular Show, and it's crazy. They cannot have a regular day. So yeah, I'm not fucking with that.
You know, I never thought about it like that, but maybe you're right. I do send like more than 3 text messages in a row.
Right.
To be sucked.
I don't know if you remember, like maybe 2 years ago when I made you watch it again, and the episode I put you onto was he was eating chicken wings, and Benson was eating chicken wings, and he passed out and ended up in the desert.
Oh yeah, that was like the funniest episode.
It was just so random.
Yeah, that dude, she was like chicken wings, like alcohol, like whatever.
And then he ended up traveling into the future because his car went too fast. Like, you can't do anything in Regular Show. So yeah, not the world. That's not the world.
Yeah, I remember being over your house and fucking I was watching that and I was eating over your house and then I literally spit food out.
Yeah.
Because that shit was so fucking funny. You know, that was pretty embarrassing for me too, because damn, I didn't think I was one of those people, but that shit was crazy.
Right.
You wanna go next for this one, or?
Y'all really got me thinking that Regular Show's pretty fucked up. It definitely is messed up. Like, everyone that be messing with regular and Rigby, Mordecai and Rigby, they be dying off the bat. Like, the car would be spin like out into space and like explode.
Yeah.
Someone would like fall into a pit, explode.
Yup.
You see their ghosts fly out. But I'll say Adventure Time is more fucked up.
Ooh, okay.
Cause you got wizards and you got like heroes out and about. Books full of fucking like spells and shit that anyone could read. And it's like you'll turn to a rock and you'll be mentioned like in the next like 2 seasons later, being kicked around, being tumbled, and not trying to be mentioned if I get turned to a fucking a rock.
Yeah, that's true. And there's like no plot armor in Adventure Time. Like, even the main characters aren't really safe from anything. Like, Finn lost the arm and he gets like mentally traumatized each season. Jake is chilling, but he's a terrible dad. He doesn't take care of his kids.
They grow up instantly.
They do grow up instantly.
He's still a terrible dad. I don't know, but yeah, like there's no plot armor in Adventure Time. So if you fuck up, you fuck up. You know, it's not like in any other thing where it's cartoon logic. The next day you're back to normal. Like it's literally continuing.
I thought Adventure Time was pretty lit. Like, you're a little boy, even a little boy could live off the land, you know? You just find a random tree to live in. I remember that one episode, they had one episode where they had to find a new house because Marceline kicked them out.
Oh,
yeah.
Like season 1 type shit. So you could just walk around the land, find yourself a nice crib, be chilling, find yourself some dungeons and gold. You be chilling. I feel like you should go to the...
Then you gotta turn yourself
Go to,
turn
there's
into
a lot of
fucking
kingdoms. You
dungeon
should probably go to the
master. You
kingdom.
don't have to do
Yeah, you remember the Dungeon Master episode?
that. I want to live comfortably. Trying to go to work, you know. I'm trying to have my own lawn and shit. I'm not trying to have a fucking flying demon above me battling out with God and shit.
What was it called? The Lich? That's what it was called?
The Lich.
Yeah.
Scary.
Alright, Ward, what about you?
I mean, shit, just because I can't really think of anything. I'll probably say some real scary shit. I think it would be scary to live in, like, The Boys. Because I think about Huey a lot. Like, his, like... Spoiler for episode 1 for The Boys on Amazon, the superhero show, but his girlfriend dies because the superhero kills him, and then that nigga doesn't even apologize. He said, "Hey, yo, that's crazy," and then he runs. And then he doesn't even, spoilers for season 4 of The Boys, season 3? 4? 3? But that nigga just now apologizes for that shit.
Like
he just now apologized. I would hate to live in that fucking world. And Homelander and them be getting crazy. Like, that's just one superhero. So imagine, like, superheroes been around for years. So imagine all the fucked up things they've been doing. How many people really fucking died in the Boys universe from heroes just fucking around? Nah, bro, fuck that. I would hate to see someone throw a car at my fucking family's house or fucking hit my ex or some shit. That should be too much. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, so you go to work, like nothing just fucking happened.
Right.
And I'll check it out.
Oh, and then they get their dick sucked on social media, like, oh, they're heroes, buy the
right.
merchandise. Then you got to see their face everywhere, like they're fucking. Imagine seeing your murderer's face
Everywhere.
fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not living in the boys' universe, bro. You got me fucked up.
No bullshit. And it's basically like you really can't win in the boys because even if you're a superhero, you're still at risk at dying and shit or just getting used by like the companies.
Yeah.
But like unless you're a Homelander or just Homelander tier, you're not shit in the boys. Like you're literally just an ant. You're gonna get stepped on. So yeah, there's no peace. There's no peace.
I think I'll learn how to make a drug. Like how they have right now. I'll just I'll turn into a fucking scientist. Learn how to make that drug.
But you get the
so
risk.
I can live in a sane world knowing that I am safe somewhat.
Okay.
Safe somewhat. I'm somewhat invincible. You feel me? I gotta meet these niggas in the middle. I don't know what my power's gonna be, but I ain't gonna sit there.
Power's gonna be death.
I ain't gonna sit there and just take it.
That's the biggest risk shit. Like you can't even control what powers you get. Like it's really just random. I guess that's how it is in any universe, but in the boys, it's like if you don't get a good power, you're dead because it's like the powers in the boys are kind of shit.
Huey's somewhat useful.
Situational.
Yeah.
Situational, yeah.
You know he's a bitch, so you begin the
But I feel like if Homelander would catch him, he's dead.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he teleports. Like, because we saw that he teleported Annie because they were holding each other. So even if he gets grabbed, I don't think he's gonna be able to teleport out of that. I think he's just dead. You know, Butcher's in a better place. But I wonder if because you saw how Butcher got hit with the what's it called, the I-beam,
laser beam,
and he survived. Do you think Huey can survive that?
I don't know. Maybe we should save this talk for the boys section.
Should we just go to the boys section? Cause
maybe we should just go to the boys section.
All right.
go with the flow. Go with the flow.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the boys. We'll talk about the boys. New season's out for the boys.
Damn right.
Superhero show on Amazon. Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just peak fiction. They got what's his name? Jensen Ackles. He's the actor from Supernatural. He's playing the new villain in season 3. Soldier Boy. He was an old hero, and now he came back from the dead. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's really good. They were definitely underusing his character until the last episode. I'm glad that in this episode they finally give him more than 2 lines. He can actually take the screen and just show you what he has as an actor. But even his character is really cool. Like he just doesn't take any shit from anybody. And the fact that he was instantly able to step up to Homelander, like even though he was gonna lose that fight 1-on-1. He wasn't scared. He instantly said, "Hey, yo, you're wearing a cape, so I already know I'm about to win this shit." And just started throwing the hands, bro. So I respect that.
Yeah. The major fight last episode when they were fighting. I think if he didn't do that big blast, he probably could have soloed. But I don't know.
Right.
You got to see.
Really?
Maybe. That's what I think.
It would have been mayhem if we didn't do that fucking blast. Imagine if everyone was still like alive. Doing them. It would probably be like a slaughter fest. They could be fighting, kind of like they're tossing their bodies around and shit.
Everywhere. True.
Yeah.
True. Do you think Soldier Boy is as invulnerable as Homelander, or do you think he has more of a limit than Homelander would?
I'm pretty sure he has a limit, especially now since the Russian got him and shit. He did not go back into training or anything for himself.
That's true.
The nigga went straight into doing drugs, drinking.
Yeah.
Asking what happened to this. I forgot what sauce he was complaining about, but he literally asked for old shit.
It was some racist sauce. I definitely forgot what it was called too, and I don't think we should even say it if we remember. But yeah, it was definitely not cultural appropriate. It was really bad. But I don't know. I really do like the way the show is taking its direction because in the comic books, spoilers by the way, they start off with the powers right away. They kind of just start doing V off the bat, and you kind of just get into it right away. You kind of get into the fights. You get into them killing superheroes. Whereas since you're the show, it takes like a few episodes just to kill one hero, let alone just like someone like Homelander. But now they got like the powers and stuff. It's more balanced. They stand more of a chance. But there's still that fear of they're not invulnerable. Like if they slip up, they can die, right? And then you still got characters like that refuses to take V no matter what. And I think that's really good. You have the balance out with the team. You have the drama. Because if everybody took it off the bat, it'd be kind of like, what were you fighting for? You're all hypocrites now, right? But holding his ground, I think that adds a good dynamic.
I hope this nigga takes the drug and then finally fights Soldier Boy.
Really?
That'd be dope.
That'd be fucking dope.
Y'all want that?
I want that.
Like
That'd be
after they
pretty
kill
fucking
Homelander
dope.
or some shit, I would want that. Maybe.
So,
Right.
y'all think Homelander's gonna die this season?
Not this season. No. He's staying all the way to the end.
You think both Soldier Boy and Homelander can survive for the next season?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think, Ward?
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. You guys said the new season got confirmed, right?
Yeah, season 4.
So season 4 has already been confirmed, but I don't know if they could both live. Shit.
It's hard to think of both of them living.
Yeah, it's
not
hard to see
impossible.
Unless they like
Work
team
together.
up
Yeah, exactly.
at the end, but even then, I
up.
can't see why.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
Only way I
working.
could see it is that they're fighting, and out of nowhere, some public cameras come out, like they're being recorded, live streamed, or some shit, and they're kind of forced for public image to just settle it. Because remember, Homelander was saying, "Oh, we can't just announce that Soldier Boy's a terrorist." He was literally the face of Vault before, and his statue's outside. So I think it'll be that situation where like it goes public, and they have no choice but to just be like, "Okay, yeah, he's cool. Just come back with us." You know, that's probably the only way he'll survive. I don't know, but
I like that theory a lot, though.
yeah, I'm scared that Soldier Boy's gonna die. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm scared he's gonna die, especially because we haven't seen him that much in the season at all, except for like the last episode.
Yeah.
It hasn't really been used. But I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta see what they do. Speaking of people that haven't been used, the actor, he's from Breaking Bad. Excuse me for the mispronunciation, but it's like Giancarlo Esposito. The black guy. He's like, he runs the company. He runs Vought. God tier fucking actor. He doesn't even have. He's not really in this season a lot. He plays a major role in like the first and second.
Mm-hmm.
I think after the first episode he was gone or whatever, but still for the little time he was in, he fucking killed it.
Yeah.
He's always playing the fucking mastermind dude in control. You can never fucking catch him off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you gotta stay in that fucking role. Because he does that shit great.
No, he's a really good actor. I wish they would bring him more in, but you know, maybe he's expensive. Maybe they can't afford to just keep paying him for them scenes. So he's like, you know what, we'll get you in. Maybe the first episode, maybe the last episode, but they can't have him in every episode. Expensive actor.
Yeah, they wasted their budget on the hero gasm, so they said, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, speaking of hero gasm, how did you guys feel about the hero gasm scene? You think it lived up to the hype? You think it could have been better?
I don't know, it wasn't hype for it, but it was definitely well directed. Well, I didn't expect any of that shit to happen this episode. I didn't see no trailer, no nothing.
Right.
So I wanted to see this blind, and I was like, okay, that was one intense episode.
Yeah.
Especially when A-Train got what he wanted.
Oh yeah, he
that shit was
killed
drastic.
Mm-hmm.
Ran an extra mile with him, literally.
Yeah, that A-Train scene was dope. For me, I went in it blind too. I didn't know there was any type of hype for the hero gasm. I didn't even notice the fucking warning that you guys said you saw. I didn't notice any of that shit. I just went in it blind, regular episode. But I don't know. They had another scene like that in like episode 1, like where it's like they're having sex or whatever. I thought it was like the same shit as that, really.
Yeah.
But
I feel like episode 1 was worse. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, cause in Hero Gasm, it's like so much going on that you really don't focus on it all. You kind of just focus on the characters you know. But in episode 1, it's literally just in your face. You can't look away. It's the entire scene. So I would say episode 1 is kind of worse than the Hero Gasm. But before we move on from the boys, let me ask you guys, who do you think is in the right? Huey trying to save Annie, even though he has to take drugs, or Annie telling him to just don't take drugs and let her handle it? Who do you think has more of the high ground there?
I'm taking my drugs.
You take the drugs?
I'm taking my drugs.
Yeah, so you think Huey's right?
Huey's right.
Okay.
I believe everyone should be superheroes. If that's the case. Why is there even civilians doing the 1-2 every day?
Remember, like, the reason MM doesn't take it because he's saying that they believe no one should have that power.
No one should have that power.
Right.
But it's there.
That's true. What do you think, Ward?
It's too late.
yeah, you gotta fight fire with fire. Like I said, I wouldn't want to live in the boys' world,
Exactly.
but like, to be honest, I literally did not understand the whole thing. I was like, this nigga needs powers, bro. We're literally all about to fucking die here. Like, as some people were saying, it was like, toxic for him. Like, he just doesn't want to be saved by a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see that as like a tiny bit of a reason. Like, yeah, he's tired of being saved. I'll acknowledge that, but I don't think That's the main fucking reason. I feel like people are making it like that's the main reason. He doesn't want to be saved by a girl. He doesn't want to be saved by a girl. Like, bro, we live in a dangerous ass world, and we're trying to pull up on Homelander. Obviously, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it takes. Like, what are you talking about? So I was with Huey. I did not understand that whole thing.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you guys. I feel like he went about it a little bit wrong. He could have tried to explain it to her. Definitely not lie, because he was trying to lie about that.
He definitely lied too.
But no, I definitely feel like they need that advantage, and I think needs to get off his high horse. I know I said I was liking it, but he does need to get off the high horse.
Oh, bullshit.
I did hear one theory that maybe already has powers, and he just suppresses it. And the reason why he doesn't want to take V because then he won't be able to suppress it. If that's true, that would be fucking incredible. But just do what you got to do, man. Like, you want to take on Soldier Boy, you need more power. That gun in those hands are not going to do anything.
Right.
So yeah.
But I think that wraps up everything we have to say about Amazon and the boys. If you don't have Amazon Prime, get Amazon Prime.
Get Amazon Prime. Vinland Saga's about to come back too.
Oh yeah, season 2. Vinland Saga's coming out. Yeah.
So all the more reason to get the boys. I mean Amazon Prime to watch the boys and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll move on to the next streaming service. Real quick, we could talk about Netflix and what's going on with them. In mini news, get this out the way real quick. Squid Games is getting a season 2. It's confirmed. Not much is known about it. Like, I think they're still writing it or whatever. But I did hear that the robot from like the first game, Hide and Seek, that robot is gonna get a boyfriend. But other than that, that's all I know about season 2.
It's really weird. I don't know why they're gonna give her a boyfriend, but I'm guessing maybe instead of green light, red light, maybe he's chasing them around. Like, they gotta hide from him, like a hide and seek game, and he's chasing them around or something like that.
I hope they use both of them. Like, they'll probably come up with something.
Maybe. But I'm definitely excited for season 2 of Squid Game. It was a really good show, really interesting. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do for the second season.
And in bigger news, Stranger Things. As you guys know, the new season of Stranger Things came out. What are we, season 4? I think we're season 4 of Stranger Things. And it's only part 1. It's not finished, right?
Yeah, it's only volume 1 or whatever they want to call it, and the second one is coming out July 2nd, I think.
July 2nd?
July 2nd.
So next week.
Oh my god.
At least they didn't make you wait that long. You know, that's good.
I guess.
But it's gonna be like, I think the first episode is gonna be like an hour and a half, and then the last episode is gonna be 2.5 hours.
Really?
An hour and a half? That's way too long.
The hell?
Because it's only 2 episodes for the second volume, but they're long as hell.
Oh no!
Like, you're basically getting 2 movies.
Oh no!
That's a lot.
Man, I'm excited. These guys have not been fucking with Stranger Things at all, but me personally,
I'm caught up. It
we're
was
caught up.
Last couple episodes was pretty interesting.
Yeah, but
I didn't expect it to go like that though.
Right. Because I can understand if you're coming off of season 3, you're very hesitant because season 3 was not that good in my opinion. It's pretty bad. But season 4 kind of it saves it. But what do you think are the biggest flaws that the show have right now?
That's annoying ass fucking song they keep playing.
Oh,
And let me tell you, I knew about the song months in advance.
Really?
But it wasn't this version. I was hearing a remix by the Chromatics. And I thought that was the original.
The one with the God shit? Like if I could make a deal with God?
No. It's the same song, but it's like another band singing it. I thought it sounds better than this, because this sounds like it was made in the fucking 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right here something that was just fucking like remixed to sound like in the 2000s. You feel me? But this little bitch had that shit on replay throughout the fucking episodes, and it's trending on TikTok every time. I'm just like, bro.
It's funny as hell though. The TikToks are mad funny for that song.
They're doing too much.
The artist actually came out and said that she was really happy because it's trending now. The song is trending. It's like in the top charts. So she came out and said thank you to everybody because she didn't expect it to ever trend at this point anymore.
Right.
So it's basically giving her more popularity and hopefully some more money too. But it's really good. I would say the biggest flaw for me in Stranger Things is that they have such a big cast of characters and they keep adding more each season.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't have this many storylines to focus on. And personally, I'm not a big fan. Like, I love the actors for all the big kids and shit, like the teenagers. I love their actors. But when I signed up for the show, it was these 4 nerdy kids and
Yeah.
11 saving the world. And for the last 2 seasons, it's been nothing but the teenagers.
And the adults.
Yeah, and like it's cool, sure, but
And
it's
they're
not what I
trying
signed
to
up
like,
for.
and they're really trying to like even it out and mix it all up at the end.
Yeah,
Of the whole
like
thing.
it feels like I'm watching a Marvel thing where everybody split off, they're doing their own little single movie shit, and then they team up at the end, like, and I feel like everything is doing that now. Because that's what everybody wants, quote unquote. But I don't know. I just want to get to the point. You know, I just want to get to the point.
Right.
For me, the problems that I have, I just feel like it's more of the same. It's like, how many times are these kids gonna save the world? How many times are we gonna see these guys have relationship problems and shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that just it's season 4. We're doing the same shit. I don't know. I also, like you said, everybody breaks up. My least favorite like plot with the characters is the Russian one when they go to Russia to save Hopper. That's like my least favorite like arc in the show, because it really just breaks the immersion for me. It's like, this is a regular white woman, and then this is just some random dude, and he said he took a little bit of karate, and then he 3-pieced these guards, trained Russian professional guards.
Yeah.
3-pieced them, and I'm watching this like, bro,
He had a black belt.
what the fuck am I watching
He had a
right
black
now,
belt,
bro? I
You know
just
what he
couldn't.
said? He
I
had a
just
black
couldn't.
belt. I definitely understand why you would have said that Joyce is literally traveling around the world to Russia just to save Hopper. Like, that doesn't make sense how she would survive any of that. But I don't know. I feel like after you survive a Demogorgon and shit, and those dogs chasing you down in the hospital from like season 2, you can survive anything. Like,
Well, I don't know about
You can
that.
survive
I
anything.
don't know
That's
about
fake.
that.
yes, yeah. Like,
That's fake.
I do find it surprising that they survived the plane crash.
Mm-hmm.
And that when they went into the prison, that no one shot them, because you're not gonna tell me that no one had a shot. Like, someone should have shot them. But hey, fiction, right? So that's what you signed up for.
I will say the one good thing about the show. I know you guys were saying we hated the new characters, but the one new character I do like
Oh God.
is the white boy from the fucking high school. Those basketball players are hilarious as shit to me, because they're white young men and they play basketball, and America eats that shit up. All right, you could get a fucking full scholarship for fucking playing sports and all this other shit. They suck sports people's dicks, and it's the same in Stranger Things. Like, legit, they convinced the entire town to go hunt the murderer and ignore the police, and then they're dead ass like, yeah, these guys won the fucking championships, bro. We gonna listen to the police? Are we gonna listen to the state fucking champions? Yeah, the champions. The bunch of random ass white boys just do that. So that shit's cracking me up. Like, you would think I would hate it because it would break the immersion, but nah, that shit cracks me up. But everybody else doing their shit, that stuff's crazy. Everybody else's plot points is crazy.
Honestly, yeah. Hopefully they ended soon after this.
Yeah, we don't need a season 5. I don't need...
I think it's already confirmed.
Jesus, I don't even think we needed a season 4. I was good after season 3, and then they did season 4.
I feel like they should have never done season 3, and season 4 should have been 3. If that makes sense. Like, just delete 3 and pretend it's only 3 seasons, because season 3 was bad, bro.
But how does Hopper get to Russia?
I don't know, man. He's in Russia. He opened the door to the bathroom, and it was a portal, and I'm in Russia. Fuck it, I don't care. That's how much I hate season 3. Okay, like, it was just that bad. It was just that bad.
Alright, we could wrap it up with the Netflix stuff. That's our thoughts for Stranger Things. Some of us are enjoying it, but there's positives and negatives. You guys are liking it. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think.
So far, they're on the right track, though. Stranger Things in general, like this season, there's a lot of hype.
Yeah.
A lot of hype for good reasons.
I like the last episode too. Like, it gave me hope for the series again. The last episode, I was like, okay, I could probably start vibing with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
They had the whole thing with 11 and her backstory, and then the portals and shit. Like, that was dope. That was dope. So it's all coming together now. It's all coming together.
Makes more sense.
Yeah. The dots are finally starting to connect.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we could go on to another streaming service, because, we don't do cable anymore in the future. We do streaming services now.
Yep.
So, without further ado, let's just hop into it. The Disney Plus. We can talk about some Marvel stuff. Uh, first 3 episodes of Miss Marvel are out on Disney Plus. I just binged it all before this episode started. No bullshit. So it's like kind of freshly in my head. But overall, I have to I can't give a good opinion on it now. I don't want to give an opinion on it now. I want to finish it and then finish what I have to say. But like I kind of wasn't messing with it. I'm kind of not messing with it. I feel like it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna let it finish.
Did you feel like it was needed? I didn't watch it yet, but any of y'all appreciate that is here? You know, you already got a Captain Marvel.
I would say yes, only because it's expanding the MCU, and that's never a bad thing. Like, the more we expand it, the more possibilities we get. Especially because Miss Marvel really is, like, the way for the newer generation to get into the Inhumans. You know, you go into the comics and you start reading about the Inhumans. Usually the first character you get introduced to is Miss Marvel, and the whole Terrigen Mist and stuff, and how she gets her powers, and how the other Inhumans get her powers. So I like it because, you know, like I said, more possibilities. I would say that the show is kind of like slacking in terms of production. Like, they kind of try to clean it up with some cheap animation styles. Like, they'll put like text and stuff on the screen, like kind of like Spider-Man in a way. They would just have different text and stuff on the screen to try to like portray different stuff. I feel like that's kind of cheap because, you know, it's Marvel, it's Disney. They have way more money. They can do way more stuff. But it's not bad. Story-wise, it's there. Characters are really good. It's definitely funny. It's more funny than anything. But if you're going in for action, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like it has the same problem with Moon Knight. Like, I know people are complaining about it. Like, there's not enough Moon Knight in Moon Knight. He, like, barely transforms. And same here. We're, like, 3 episodes in, and they, like, just had a major fight scene. And that was, like, at the end of the fucking episode. So there's not a lot of action. So there's not a lot of action. That means you're relying on the story, but I'm not really fucking with the story like that too much either.
Mm-hmm.
For me, so far, I feel like this doesn't feel like a Marvel show. It feels like a Disney show that I'm watching. Like, Disney makes Sweet Life on Deck and, you know, That's So Raven, Austin Alley, shit like that. This isn't Marvel's Miss Marvel. I feel like this is Disney's Miss Marvel. Like, there were, like, a lot of cliche elements and predictable beats. You got the predictable friend group. You got the love interest that comes in and they instantly fucking connect.
Yeah.
And, you know, it could be hard. It could be hard to watch at sometimes. It could be hard to watch at times. Yeah, you have the, like Edmund was saying, the Into the Spider-Verse animation over things, except they dial it up to like fucking 100.
Yeah.
In some scenes, and they be having these TikTok songs playing in the back too.
And I don't mind that because it is a younger generation, right? Like, you gotta keep in mind too that not every show that is made are made for the intention of, like, you know, people in their 20s and stuff. Like, it's Disney, it's cartoons and shit. Like, it's gonna be made for a younger audience, right? And so you gotta, like, keep that in mind. But at the same time, they still hit bangers. Like, the show it's still there in the story element, and it's only halfway through. So I think
Jesus.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 6 episodes. So hopefully they pick up with the last 3 episodes, and, you know, they can just make her more mainstream.
You know, I've heard things about Miss Marvel. Like, I know this show has been, like, canceled and, like, rewritten a bunch of fucking times. I don't know, maybe they should have kept it in the fucking lab for a little bit longer, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Give it hope. Give it some hope.
Yeah, they got 3 more episodes. I guess. I didn't even know it was 6. Is that enough to tell a good story? 6 hours. You got 6 hours to tell a story? Go.
All the Marvel shows have literally been like 6 episodes, have they not? I don't think there's been one that's been more than 6 or even 8. But one thing I will say, because you were talking about how they focus more on the characters than they do on, like, the superhero part of it, like Moon Knight and Miss Marvel and stuff. And if you think back to, like, the old superhero movies, like the original Spider-Man trilogy or, like, the old Batman movies, they really focused more on, like, their superhero persona than anything else. Like, how can I be the best Spider-Man? How can I be the best Batman? Even for, like, the Fantastic Four, you really just focused on that superhero persona.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard to see that mantle passed on because that's what you perceived as that hero. But now Marvel is doing a good job of not making that character all about that superhero persona. You're actually getting to know the character behind the superhero, what drives them to be a hero, what motivates them, what makes them desperate, what scares them. You're getting the actual in-depth character. so that when you see their superhero moments, it's more impactful and it means more. But it also makes it easier to pass on the mantle because they aren't that person. It's just the mantle. They're still their own person. They just carry the mantle of a superhero, and then it can be passed on if it needs to be.
Those are some good points. And Fantastic Four, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, they focus on the hero stuff. I feel like they did a good job in the original Spider-Man movies.
No, it was definitely balanced out, but I feel like towards only the first one, but after like, the second
Yeah.
and then the third one, it was literally nothing but Spider-Man. Like Peter Parker didn't really get a storyline other than Mary Jane.
And one thing I definitely want to say, I know a lot of people were upset when they changed her powers. Miss Marvel, she has like stretch powers, like, you know, Mr. Fantastic or Luffy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I was a little upset, but not really. Again, I'm not that big of a Marvel fan. I didn't know much about Miss Marvel. So I was like, let me just see how they do it. And I think they're spinning because she has more abilities now. She could like create platforms and stuff and jump on it, create slides. So I think that's really cool. And a lot of people were saying too, like, you don't want to see a big hand CGI. It would look fucking terrible. It would look goofy.
Yeah.
No matter how much money you would spend on it. So I feel like, you know, they were in their bag with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, other people were saying it fits with the universe. Like, you know, Miss Marvel had the cosmic powers, and Photon, the girl from WandaVision, there's this black superhero named Photon. You know, she kind of has powers like that too. So, you know, it fits in the universe. So I'm definitely on board with her powers. I do like her powers and how they did it. You know, keep the stretchy for the game and the show, I guess.
Right. Oh, you didn't watch the show, so you
Nah.
don't really have an opinion on it.
I'm just listening.
Last thing I will say about it is that I wasn't upset that they changed her powers because if you read the comics, she doesn't originally get her powers right away. Like, she kind of transforms into, like, I forgot the name for the Miss Marvel woman, Carol Danvers?
Yeah, something like that.
She transforms into her, and then eventually, it's kind of like a cocoon, and eventually she sheds the cocoon and she becomes her own person with her own powers. But she's basically a shapeshifter in the comic books. Like, you know, it's not just that she can transform her hand big. She can shrink, she can grow, she can change her appearance. She's literally a shapeshifter. So I think what we're seeing now is that cocoon around her. Like, these crystal powers are just her cocoon because she can't manifest her powers the way she's supposed to. So this is, like, basically what she has now. And at the end of the series, we'll see her shed the cocoon and just be her own superhero with her own actual powers and abilities.
Yeah, if that comes true, that would be really cool. That sounds like a plan. I guess I can see why they didn't give her shrink powers because they already have Ant-Man and whatever. So I don't know, maybe they just didn't want to go through all that again.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, if she shows her powers, that's really dope. That's really dope. So that concludes our Miss Marvel talk. We'll talk more about it whenever it wraps up, and then we'll give our real opinions. Before we move on from Marvel, let me just say I do want to bring up this one topic. Marvel has been catching some flack because of their new What If series running. Basically, in the Marvel What If, they just make up a bunch of scenarios. It's not canon. They just make things up.
Mm-hmm.
They did What If Miles becomes Thor, and a lot of people are calling it out for its racist writing. Like, there are a lot of questionable moments.
Yeah.
He refers to Asgard as its hood. He tells people, yes, like
Odin's fade.
I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, one of it, I kid you not, his catchphrase is by Odin's fade.
Right. Like he's talking to somebody. He's like, "Oh, by Odin's fade, I command you." But then people are pointing out Odin's bald in the run. He's bald, but he says by Odin's fade. So
the frost giants that are always bald have fucking lineups and nice clean cuts and shit.
I couldn't fucking believe that.
It's crazy. His hammer is like all tagged up and graffitied.
We need to look up who made this.
It's a Hispanic dude, actually. Sadly enough.
Yeah, it was like a Mexican. I think I heard he was like Mexican Jewish.
Mexican Jewish doesn't help.
No, like, I don't know. Personally speaking, I don't think his intentions were to be racist. I think he's just very tone deaf. And he thought he was sounding cool. Like, I think he just thought
sounding cool.
Like, I kind of agree with Edwin. Like, I feel like he was just trying to do some references.
Yeah, but he tried way too hard. Because if it was actually, like, racist with racist intent, I don't think Marvel would have let it slide into publishing, right?
Like, I'm pretty sure he was thinking, like, cheesiness in the back of his head as well.
For sure. And he's done other stuff before. I don't know if it's been questioned before. But I know he's definitely done other work. But on Twitter right now, he's defending his work. Like, he's defending
he is.
the what if.
He's
Heavily.
defending it. He should not be defending it because
I don't know. He really should.
That shit was
accept
bad.
the criticism.
Yeah, and learn from it.
Yeah, because there's just so many unnecessary things that he did. Like, Asgard didn't have to be in Brooklyn. That made no sense.
And they had the shoes on the fucking wire.
Yeah.
In Asgard, and I'm like,
yeah.
So we're a fucking joke. I swear to God. In the background, there are literally shoes hanging on the fucking telephone wire.
Like, Asgard has never been in New York ever. Asgard is literally Asgard. It's its own fucking place.
Why is it all of a sudden
like
in the most hoodest part of New York?
I don't know, man. I can literally make a way better story. Like right now, ready? You know how in Secret Wars the Earths collide, so Miles comes to this Earth. So let's say that should happen way earlier, and then it collided when he was a baby. Instead of going to Earth, he was adopted by Odin, because Odin never had Thor. So fucking Miles was adopted by Odin. He was given the hammer. Anyone who has the hammer gets Thor's powers. It's that simple. It's that he didn't have to change the entire world to fit around that character. Literally just make it so he was either born in Asgard or adopted by an Asgardian. That's all it had to take. That's all it had to take. He didn't have to change everything else.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. The only one thing I kinda liked,
and the most he should have done would be like speak Asgardian, but like with slang
or something.
If anything.
If anything,
right. Sure.
Because he speaks regular, like, so that's crazy.
Yeah, not even regular. It's cringy.
The only one thing I liked is when he had this one line and he says, "It's hammer time." Like, he grabs his hammer and says, "It's hammer time."
That's gotten the most criticism.
I know that's gotten the most criticism, but I kind of like it because he has it, but he has a hammer. Hammer time. That was the only one. That's the only one I could let slide. To be honest, I thought that was
wasn't even like a white. That's a white rapper though. Wait, no.
The hammer time dude's black.
That dude. I'm thinking about fucking Ice Cool.
Yeah, you are.
No, that was definitely the one that got the most criticism though. Like that's why I drew the line. I was like, nah, bro, I can't. The hammer time. The hammer time.
I hope they don't bring that shit to Disney.
No, I don't think they ever would. It's definitely getting way too much backlash. I'm surprised Disney hasn't even said anything about it yet, but it's not good. It's not. I love the idea. Don't get me wrong. I definitely love the idea because I've never once in my life thought about Miles Morales as Thor. Anybody really as Thor.
Right.
But that's a really cool concept. So let's definitely do it, but let's do it right.
With that being said, yeah, that's all the things we had to talk about for the Marvel section. Some good, some positive. We'll keep you guys updated with Miss Marvel, and if any more controversies like that pop up, we'll talk about it here.
Yeah.
But we'll move on to the next topic. We're going to talk about some anime. We usually start with this first every episode, but hey, we're switching it up now.
Damn right.
Alright, so we can start with the quick things first. Anime releases. We got a bunch of new anime that are being continued or been announced. As you guys know, during October, we're getting Bleach, we're getting Mob Psycho Season 3, and a bunch of other anime. Like, I don't have the list. I should have wrote it down, but I don't have the list. We're getting a bunch, though.
The new Ruby anime coming out on Crunchyroll is airing in Japan July 3rd, and then it should be airing in the US July 5th. So definitely keep an eye out for that. They are redoing Ruby from the very beginning with a whole new animation. Hopefully that's all they change, because like I said last time, the soundtrack was perfect already. The characters were perfect, so hopefully it's just an animation upgrade, and then everything else is frame from frame. But yeah, definitely look out for that. It's highly recommended right now.
Yeah, I hope it's frame from frame. That's Ruby, spelled RWBY.
Yes, it should be clear.
For anybody who wants to look it up, great series. It was originally made by this YouTube channel called Rooster Teeth, and they uploaded videos, but those videos are like pretty outdated, so it's kind of hard to watch. But that's why we're getting the anime, and that's why me and Edwin were so hyped, because we're fans of Ruby, we're all caught up.
Yep.
And now you're telling us about to do a legit anime, put some respect on our names.
Real
That's
respect.
Crazy. So we're hyped for that. We just need that soundtrack, because I have some soundtracks on my Spotify, and the Ruby soundtrack goes hard. Like, they knew what they was doing. We don't we don't need the Japanese OST. We don't need their openings.
I mean, unless it's the same song, but just in Japanese, I guess I'll take it. Cool, but I want the same songs.
They have no bullshit. They were in their bags for that.
Hell yeah. Because one thing I'll say for Ruby, the seasons kind of deteriorated for me story-wise as they progressed, but the songs were always top tiers.
Exactly.
The songs never went down, and they always kept the same singers.
So exactly, the same band. Yeah.
I appreciated that. But speaking of animes getting its respects, Hitman Reborn is finally continuing and is moving on to its last arc. If you guys have not watched Hitman Reborn, do yourself a favor and watch that classic. I will warn you, it has a very slow start, but once you get past that, it is one of the best animes you've ever seen in your life, and I can highly recommend it with everything I have.
Yeah, Hitman Reborn's pretty good. Yeah, it does start slow at first because they wasn't really sure what they wanted to do with it. I don't know how many episodes like it takes for the real story to kick in.
A few.
It,
I would
it
say
takes
the first arc. The first arc is literally just a gag.
Yeah, maybe. But then after that, you know, it picks up from there and it's really good. Good shonen. Got the fights and everything. But yeah, I thought the anime finished. So I was surprised when they said they were coming back. But when they come back, we're definitely gonna watch it and we're definitely gonna talk about it.
Damn right.
I don't know if it got a release date, but I know it's gonna continue.
Not yet.
Alright, yeah, but it's gonna continue. So in other news, some of us here at the TopiaPodCast, we did see the new Dragon Ball Superhero movie. Yes, that's the fucking title of the movie. We saw it, and honestly, my opinions, I thought that was the worst Dragon Ball movie. Like, I was not fucking with it. There was just so many bad things about it. Like, I literally have a list. Like, they're all bullshit. I feel like it was just too much fan service and not enough original ideas. Those are, like, the two main biggest things I could say about the movie. They legit do, like, they try to bring back, like, old combos, like, fucking, I think Goku, they try to recreate iconic scenes. Remember when, like, how Nappa got folded by Kaioken?
Mm-hmm.
Or he got fooled by Goku. They try to recreate that with, like, the main villain.
Nah, that's whack.
And it was crazy. They try to make it seem like the main hero. Spoilers for the movie. Like, I'm getting into it. Spoilers for the movie. But they make it seem like the main villain is these two androids. And then they box up for a little bit. And then it's really Cell. Oh, Cell fucking comes back. But it's not regular Cell. It's called Cell Max.
It's like a rebuilt version. Yeah, he's like way more huger.
Fucking Cell Max. That's what they went. Cell Max Plus Pro
Jesus.
Premium
It's a
Edition.
phone, bro?
Bro, that's basically what I thought when I was like, Cell Max, nigga. Like,
He didn't talk, he didn't say nothing, he was just screaming.
he was just a monster. He's a
Really?
They
He
brought
didn't even
Cell
talk?
back just for him to be a mindless monster.
Oh, I thought it was like the actual of his memories and shit.
No.
Wow. So I'm glad I didn't even finish that movie, because, yikes. What are your opinions on it, Priscilla?
I thought it was decent. I'm pretty sure niggas who've been waiting to see Gohan and Piccolo evolve are gonna see that. They're gonna get flashbacks, they're gonna get throwbacks.
Okay.
For us, it's kind of like we need to see more. We need to see more chaos. We need, like how the Brawley movie did it.
Mm-hmm.
This movie took it way too simple.
Mm-hmm.
Way too fucking simple. They knew they could have gone all fucking out.
Yeah.
But they were doing nothing. They like, okay, let's bring out all the fan service first.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap it up, and let's make Gohan the OP originally how y'all want him in the
Right.
original. Cause right now, they're saying that he's the strongest. That's the strongest form.
But is this movie canon? I'm guessing
It's canon.
canon.
I hope not.
Is it?
I don't know if it is, but I really hope not.
Like in
This
the beginning of
was
the
bad.
movie, they were having like flashbacks of like the original. OG.
Well, yeah, but it did that for.
Oh, and they
the
do
movies,
have
don't they?
Broly, and they show Beerus and them.
Yeah.
And fucking
can't,
Beerus
but-
likes Sheila
Yeah.
for some fucking
Mad
reason.
random, bro.
Mad random.
Mad fucking.
The Broly's alien girlfriend.
You're
Beerus
lying.
likes her.
Yeah.
Beerus likes her.
Alright, so Broly just lost his girl.
Yeah.
Broly just lost his girl because ain't no way he about to step up to Beerus. That's fucking crazy.
Probably
That-
like a fucking entire time. It was more focused on Goku and Vegeta flying around
Wow.
the entire movie.
Wow. Yeah, so I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I know some people were bitching about the animation. I like the animation. I
it.
was like, oh, I'm gonna give it a
Yeah.
chance. And then it came out, and after I saw the movie, I fucking hate the animation.
Really?
All of the fights in the movie fucking suck. Dragon
It
Ball
did,
movies?
yeah.
What is Dragon Ball known for? Good fights. Movies, good fights. Some crazy fights.
There was some parts I couldn't even tell what the fuck was happening.
It was all so basic, and it felt so
Basic.
fucking slow. And I'm like, this is not my Dragon Ball.
I will say, when it comes to the new generation of Dragon Ball movies, the only good one has been Broly.
Yeah.
Probably.
The other ones have been dog shit.
Yep.
And especially in the fights. Like, in the animations, it's been terrible.
Cause they knew they can't fuck up Broly. They fuck up Broly, that's millions in the trash. Millions.
But my thing is, why didn't we just continue with Broly? Like, I understand Gohan and shit, cool. But, like, and spoilers for the manga, not too big, but Broly hasn't been mentioned in the manga or anything.
Fucking once.
Like, I think maybe the movie would have been, like, hinted at, I think, in the beginning before we started the new arc. It was like, oh, yeah, that battle, it was crazy. And then it was the new arc automatically, but he hasn't been mentioned, he hasn't been shown, he hasn't been brought up. And you're telling me the movies are continuing each other, but to what end? What are we watching these movies for if they're not going to pay off in the series? You know, they need to hint at it in the series in some type of way to let us know, hey, you're getting your money and time's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I feel like right now they're not respecting our time. They don't have a plan. They really don't. They run out of original ideas. They literally, like, the Broly movie, that was like our fourth Broly movie. So that was like, they reused Broly like so many times.
But they gave him the Janemba plot line instead, because they had the whole fusion and shit.
Yeah.
And they fitted him with the fusion. So it's like Broly mixed with Janemba, basically.
And then we have another Android movie about fucking androids, and then
Cell at the end.
Cell comes
Two
back.
androids, so 17 and 16,
Oh.
and then Cell. That's crazy.
Like, they don't have
crazy.
any original ideas anymore. And then Gohan gets a new form,
Mm-hmm.
but legit, it's Super Saiyan 2, but instead of gold hair, it's white.
So it's Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, it's Ultra Instinct 2.
That doesn't
like,
make any sense. Look, it's kind of sad to say that the fans can make better stories than the creators themselves right now. You remember when you put me onto that YouTube manga? That story was incredible. We'll try to link it. We'll try to find it for the next episode. We'll talk about it more. But basically, this creator on YouTube was making his own manga for Dragon Ball. And it was like a multiverse tournament for Dragon Ball. So, like, every world of Dragon Ball, you've seen GT, Dragon Ball, and, like, some fan-made ones were all together in a tournament fighting each other. And it was so epic. It was so cool.
It was dope.
The story was there. The fights were there. It made sense. And it was captivating. And that's more entertaining than the actual official stuff coming out. That's crazy.
Yeah, I watch a bunch of Dragon Ball fan mades. Like, I have a bunch of different YouTubers for, like, Dragon Ball stuff, because the Dragon Ball content we're getting right now just really isn't hitting. And after that new movie came out, yeah, I'm just really sick and tired of Dragon Ball shit at this point.
Honestly.
It's getting rough out here. It's getting rough to be a Dragon Ball fan. They really gotta get some new fucking ideas, or just end the series if you can't do anything. Like, there's nothing wrong with ending the series.
Yeah. If
you said all you had to say, end that shit.
I think it's more respectable to end it.
It's more respectable to end it, exactly.
It's crazy.
So, that was most of the anime news. But you know how we do every episode for the anime news? We always recommend an anime
Oh shit.
at the end. I'll let you guys think about your shit, so I'll go first. I will definitely have to recommend Tomodachi Game. We definitely talked about it here on the podcast. I think it was like first episode. We talked about it. Maybe the second. I think it was the second episode. But we talked about it and we said we wasn't really fucking with it too much. That's because the first 4 episodes, it really seems cliche and like you know what's happening. You're not going to mess with it. But there's this huge plot twist at like episode 4, episode 5, and it flips the entire series on its head. I'm not going to say what it is, but it flips the entire series on its head. And it gets you reinvested into the show, and you look at every single character fucking differently after it's revealed. So I'm going to say, yeah, Tomodachi Game, definitely watch that. I heard some people say like that last episode 12 was the final episode for the season. I hope not, but definitely watch Tomodachi Game. I'm going to have to recommend it. Give it a chance. Give it 6 episodes. You don't like it, you could turn it off, I guess. But watch it.
Like what you mentioned earlier, Edwin, I'm pretty sure everyone needs to watch Bleach. You need to get on that before October. Immediately. That show,
one of the big 3, respect.
That show is old fucking peak. That show is good. It has everything that you fucking need. Action, comedy, drama, intenseness.
Damn.
Right? That should give me anxiety pulling up. And they're trying to bring it back. Doing all-out war. Ready?
Damn right.
I'm ready for
What is it, Thousand Blood War or some shit like that? Yup.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I'm ready.
No, you should be.
I'm ready to jump in.
You're not, but you should be ready. You're not ready though. It's gonna be crazy.
I don't know who's gonna die, who's gonna live. Like, whew.
This man thinks someone's gonna live, bro. Not kidding. But yeah, that's crazy. So you say Bleach?
Yeah, Bleach was like my first manga that I ever read. I know I said it before in one of the episodes, but yeah, I could see why you recommend it. It's peak.
Did you finish it?
I didn't read all the manga.
Oh, okay.
I just read some of it and then I watched the anime.
That's crazy though. That's crazy. It has a satisfying ending. That's all I'll say. It's definitely satisfying. It ties it up.
Alright, say that.
And it's actually the only big. Well, before I say it's the only big three that ended, we can say Naruto ended, right? We're not counting Boruto.
No, I'm not counting Boruto.
Okay, so yeah, it was the first big three to end. It was the first big three to end in terms of the manga, and now it's gonna be the second one ending in terms of the anime. But I'm gonna keep it on topic with the big three. I would recommend One Piece. Yeah, I know that's a crazy ass recommendation.
Get the fuck out of the studio.
That, and we'll just instantly turn off the video. But listen here, man. Amani caught up to One Piece in like 2-3 months.
Hey, don't tell people his business.
I'm not caught up. Yeah, I'm on Wano. I'm like halfway through Wano.
I don't care. He basically caught up. He's on the arc, alright? And when I saw that, I basically thought nobody has an excuse anymore. It took me like 4 years to catch up to One Piece. Because I was being lazy and I just didn't want to binge it. But after seeing Amani do it, nobody has an excuse, okay? Like Antonio was saying, it has action, it has drama, it has plot, it has everything you fucking need except romance. If you're here for romance, get out of here. But One Piece is amazing. The world building is like nothing I've ever seen before. The characters are incredible. I love the dynamics between the crewmates. And the fights always leave you on the edge of your seat. And like you don't really expect Luffy to lose anymore, but even though you're not expecting him to lose, the fights still have the same intensity. Like you just keep you there going with him. You want him to win no matter what. So yeah, and you get animation upgrades as you catch up. So you know you're not gonna suffer too much, okay? But please watch One Piece. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, when I catch up, I definitely want to do a big video on it, and we could talk about our One Piece experience, how we all watched it, what we all think about it. So when we catch up, we'll definitely do that. What I will say is that at least One Piece respects your time. Like Oda will mention something and then it will pop up later, and One Piece has a plan. It respects your time and it has a plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something I can say about Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball, he can't even remember the characters' hair colors, bro. I swear to God. He
or
can't
characters specifically.
Or characters, he forgets characters, and it's like he doesn't have a plan, and it's disrespectful to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, so One Piece, definitely give it a shot. If you can stick with it, you will be rewarded.
You really will.
But that's all of our recommendations for anime. Yeah, and we'll wrap it up here. We did a longer episode. It's been a while since we last recorded. Had some scheduling conflicts, but we're back on it now.
I don't believe we talked about Obi-Wan. Did y'all want to talk about?
You guys could if you want, real quick.
You want to? I mean, it's not much to talk about because, like, you don't expect much from the show. You know where the show's going to end.
Right.
But we'll talk about it real quick. So, yeah, Obi-Wan, I'll say that it was amazing. It was definitely amazing. The only episode I didn't like was episode 2. Other than that, I found every episode entertaining. It was incredible. The acting was definitely some of the best acting I've seen in Star Wars in a really long time, especially from like the prequel actors, because they got like the most hate. Well, second to most, because the new trilogy is really bad. But when the prequels first came out, it got so much hate. People didn't respect it. They just instantly shitted on it, right? I loved it. I thought it was good. I thought the actors were amazing and they didn't get their respect due. And now you can't say that they're bad actors. Like, after seeing them now, Obi-Wan's actor and Anakin's actor, you can't say they're bad. They killed them.
Are they the same?
Yeah, same actors from the prequel.
Really?
Yeah, I said the same thing when you told me
Really?
yesterday.
Yeah, you didn't know?
They're
actors
the
from the prequel.
same?
Yeah.
They're the same?
Same actors from the
They're
prequel.
the same?
Yeah, the prequels came out like early 2000s.
Right.
So they should be old.
No, not that old, because they were young. They were in their 20s when that shit came out.
Oh, shit.
They were young. They were very young, yeah. Same actors, man. I'm telling
That's
you.
creepy.
That's
creepy as fuck. What are they even looking young as fuck?
They're probably clones, so you gotta know.
You just gotta work out.
Yeah.
You gotta work out, that's true. Stay healthy. But no, like, I genuinely loved Obi-Wan, and I definitely put respect on the character, because if you watch the original movies, Obi-Wan's just this old man that didn't really do much. He just trained Luke for like 5 minutes of the movie and he dies. You know, he doesn't get any respect. But this show shows you that he struggled through his entire life, trying to balance out the Jedi code with what he truly wants to do in life. Like, he was in love, but he couldn't fall in love because of the Jedi code. He had a family, but he couldn't be with his family because he had to be a Jedi. He sacrificed so much, and you see that in the show. and then you see his powers. Like, I never thought Obi-Wan was like that fucking strong, but he was fucking Vader up, and that shit was pretty incredible. What did you think, Priscilla?
Fight could have been better.
Think so?
The Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi fight, they're like the niggas, the main niggas, and I thought like their final fight would have been more chaotic, more crazy. Like you seen when Siths fight against other Siths.
Yeah, yeah.
Now these two people that actually know how to use their Force, and Darth Vader. I thought Darth Vader was gonna come off as like brawly in a sense. He somewhat awakens, and he's like still dripping to like the dark side, but still fighting with the good side in a sense.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan didn't like have much on him, so I thought it would be like some type of intense fight. They Disney it. That's all I can say. They Disney it. If George Lucas still had the rights, they would have been all fucking out.
Nah, because I feel like you probably expect this like a fight like from the prequels where they were like jumping through the lavas and stuff, right? Doing all them flips, going really batshit crazy. You gotta remember, Darth Vader is like half robot now.
Right.
Like, he doesn't have his legs, he doesn't have his arms, he's like all mechanic. So that's why you see people, like when he was fighting that other Inquisitor, Reva, you saw her going low because she knows that he doesn't have any mobility. So she goes behind him and she goes low because that's like his weak spots. He can't really turn fast enough to do that shit. But where he succeeds a lot is in the Force. You can say easily Vader is top 3 strongest Force users.
Right. Like even with the
universe.
Force, like when they actually start like destroying like the ground underneath them while they were fighting, I like they should have been did that.
Yeah.
Like they should have did way more shit with the Force. I know they got shit up their sleeves.
I will.
Even though this is still a prequel, they're as powerful.
Right.
They threw mad shit into the prequels to where they can't say that Darth Vader can't do this. Obi-Wan can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Especially after they show you Vader like holding back his ship a few episodes back.
Like you seen how this dude was in Rogue One. Wait,
for sure.
When Rogue One was after, takes place after Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even then, he's still a menace.
Right.
But no, I would say like Vader is definitely still in his young stage here. Like he's not. I don't think he fully embraced the Vader persona until like literally his last scene, where what's his name? Sidious is talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, I think your master is still getting in the way here." And he's like, "No, I only serve you. I'm only gonna serve you now." Right. I think that's when he fully became Vader, and that's when he started just increasing more on the dark side and stuff. Also in the comics, Vader dips into the afterlife. Like the castle he's in, he built it specifically to like go into the afterlife and get Padme back, and then Padme rejects him, and that makes him even more evil. I think Obi-Wan takes place before that. Okay. Because had it been after that, I think he would have been way too powerful for her.
I'd say that.
Yeah. So maybe that's why Obi-Wan still won. But I don't know. You know, it was still good. It was
still a satisfying ending.
Definitely.
It's ending in a good way.
Season 2. What do you think?
Let's end
People
it
are talking about it. People are saying if it's possible. He has like 5 more years until New Hope.
I better get more Mandalorians and more Obi-Wan.
For sure.
To be honest with you, I better get a fucking Darth Vader show.
Definitely.
They should have then came out with something that's like Darth Vader.
It would be too boring and low key, just because.
I think it would be like, not like a mafia movie, but like they can go some route like that where it's kind of like a bad guy movie.
Okay. Could work, I guess.
Where you can actually see Darth Vader like keep going into the dark side, fighting with like the good side.
Right. Okay. If anything, it could just end with the new, like him starting in the New Hope. How the series could end. That could work.
Exactly.
I'd say that. Amani's lost his cell. He doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about. He needs to catch up on his Star Wars history, but.
Like if anything, it could be like a show showing like the beginning from his perspective all the way to the now through his perspective.
True.
That sense. It'd be like a psychological type of thing.
Right. Personally, I wouldn't mind if it just said, okay, we're done with Vader, we're done with Anakin, we're done with everything.
Start like a new storyline.
Start a whole new story. Like, I thought they tried that with the new trilogy, and because they were fucking it up so bad, they had to fall back on the Anakin stuff and the whole clones and shit, and Emperor Palpatine coming back, but it was still bad. Just move on from it completely. Don't hint towards it. Don't call back towards it. Yes, but it shouldn't be with armies. It should literally just be with the Jedis and Sith. I'm done with the whole space. I don't know it's crazy because it's Star Wars, but
like they should just jump through a whole nother time skip to where like the Jedi Temple got their empire back, and the Sith like lose it, and then the Empire will do like one more crazy ass attack.
Or just go back in time to before the Jedi Temple, like before when
Don't bring time travel into this. We will not bring. Wait, no, there is time traveling.
No, but I'm saying not even time travel. Just literally make the story in that time period before. Because before there was Jedis and Siths and shit, they all used to live together in this world, and they would study both the light and the dark side and the balance. But then the dark niggas started like, that's not bad.
Like they should definitely make a show about the Jedi Academy before Darth Vader comes through.
Wow, you know they're all gonna die.
Exactly. But they can do
they're all gonna die.
Like imagine do like some funny out the grass.
Alright, bro, no, he's Australian.
They're gonna make you fall in love with these characters. They're gonna give you a couple and everything. They're gonna make you feel hopeful. They're gonna make it seem like they escape.
But then some people escape.
No,
you feel
not
me?
them.
And then you can see the young black Sith girl there. Like they can make magic connect.
Oh, let me tell you, Reva surviving was bullshit. She got stabbed twice. First as a kid, and now as an adult in the exact same spot. Bullshit.
Like in a prequel, they were definitely stabbing each other. That's instant.
And even a blaster bolt would be instant.
Bro, did you not recommend One Piece? Like, and you're talking about that shit was unbelievable.
That's different.
You're talking about that person should have died after recommending One Piece?
Star Wars has set your expectations for instant death. Okay, One Piece doesn't. One Piece sets you up for, they're living. They're living, okay? Now the bastard, this dude literally tanked the Eagle dude.
The bomb, yup. That's
bomb.
what everybody talks about.
I'm not hearing it. They let you know. After that, if you kept watching it after that, you knew what you were getting into. Okay, I'm not hearing it.
That's why I stopped at the Alabasta, and then it took years for me to hop back on.
No, but for Star Wars, it was just weird. She got stabbed as a kid by fucking Anakin, and then she survived somehow. Cool. But then she gets stabbed again and survive. Like, that was kind of bullshit.
Right. Can't hit the same weak spot. It's a weak spot.
That was kind of bullshit.
Like I thought Vader was gonna kill her. To be honest with you,
he should have. I feel like that last plotline with her at the last episode was useless. Like I didn't appreciate it. I don't think she needs to be redeemed. Like I think her character was at the peak point, and then it kind of just dragged it on with that last episode. But yeah, I think that's all we got for Obi-Wan. Definitely recommend it if you're a Star Wars fan.
I'll say all that. But it's a good watch.
Recommend it.
Alright, with that being said, we'll end it right here. Like I said, it's been a while since the last episode, but we're back. And with that being said, we'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Alright.